he was saying the one thing he doesn't like about the church is how it's moved away from just people, right? Like he's
Oh,
like, it's so much about the sermon and the teaching, and that just rips out the core community of the church. He's like, when I go to church, I just want it to be me and 6 or 7 other people sitting around, experiencing each other, sharing knowledge, and enjoying our God, right? Like God as life and energy
yes.
and connection, oneness. And it's that is the key, I think, that we miss nowadays. And I grew up in the 90s, and I remember watching video, like movies on VHS, and all the neighbors were hanging out and playing and blah blah blah. And like I live in a little cul-de-sac, and I know my neighbors, but I don't talk to them. I don't hang out with the like we you drive right into your drive, or sorry, your garage. Here
Yeah.
where I live, like the garage is built into the house, so we can walk right into the house. So I barely go outside and experience, and like it's not a community, it's just a place to live around other people. And so even that is so far removed from the idea of needing the people around us for survival, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it really is a lonely place. It can be a lonely place because it's so far and few between that you find people on that level. Like sometimes I get so like, let me give you an example. Oh my God, Tyrone. Okay, so I went through this. You would not want to know me back in this stage. I went to this stage where I learned all about feng shui.
Sure, sweet. Yeah, hell yeah.
Let
Energy,
me tell you,
room energy, hell
I
yeah.
learned so much about feng shui, and I was like, oh, hell no. I am creating heaven on earth. And I feng shuied my entire house. I'm like, if you can't find a feng shui spot to put that item, it's out of here. And I feng shuied my whole house. But I did that by myself. Like there was nobody in the suburbs of Chicago feng shuiing their house. And so I got so overzealous. And I did notice, by the way, that when people would come into my house, they would be like, what's going on in here? Like they would make a comment about, I, I feel the sense of like warm. And people would comment on the house. And I had food dolls, I had everything. And I was just like, and I would like sit there and be like, yes, that is exactly what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
you feel that too? Yeah. You're like, I see
Welcome,
you. Yeah,
welcome. And my idea was that everybody who left my house, I want them to feel better leaving my house than when they came in.
yeah.
So I had my daughter's friend, her mom, they just moved in down the street. And the people who lived there before moved out because of a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And so I come over to her house and I was just like, oh, there was like holes in the wall. I guess they had been punching out the walls. It was all sorts of chaos in there. And I was like, girl, you got to feng shui this spot and get some sage and burn some sage around. You got to get all this energy out. And she looked at me and was just like, are you saying my house is haunted?